Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Natural Disaster, aka The Show Off, and I'm back at it with another video. I've been trying to shoot this video for a few days now. I just wanted to shoot a video on text messaging as it relates to relationships, and basically, I just had a couple points that I wanted to make. I'm on my way to the money, so I have a few seconds while I'm driving to work. But basically, I just wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, the things that we did to get into the relationship, we take those things for granted now, you know what I'm saying? And we try to have these relationships on the fly. Like, a lot of times, you know, you find yourself, once you start text messaging all the time, your relationship is on its way out. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're just going to stop text messaging because that shit becomes tiresome. Like, we are trying to build relationships through text message and then trying to sustain them through text messaging. And both are very hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're trying to get into a relationship or whatever. See, the thing about it is, in the back of your mind, if you have to text a person all the time when you first meeting them and you first getting to know them and all of that stuff, in the back of your mind, text messaging was made so you can multitask. Or so they say. You know what I'm saying? So you can multitask. So in the back of our minds, you know, especially I can speak for men, in the back of our minds, we're thinking, okay, well, she probably texting me and texting this other dude and this other dude because I'm brand new, so I got to try to understand. A lot of women say that men don't have as much understanding as women. I think we actually do in the beginning of the relationship or in the beginning of the union. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. That's another video. Text messaging. When you text messaging all the time, like you take away the most important aspect of a relationship. The most important aspect of a relationship is what? Is emotion. There ain't no emotion to text messaging. There ain't no emotion to reading text messages. There ain't no emotion to sending text messages. Unless you put all caps and you want to yell at a motherfucker. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, like, you take away the best parts of a person by trying to simplify what a relationship is supposed to be. Trying to simplify it and take shortcuts in a relationship, take shortcuts so you can do other things in life. Another thing that it does is, when you text messaging, it takes a simple 5 to 10 minute conversation and stretches it out to 30 to 45 minutes, and that's if a motherfucker is texting you back. You might text message a motherfucker, they might not text you back for 2 hours, and then you completely forget what y'all were talking about. I know there are times that I'm saying something to set up something else I want to say, and then I can't say it because I don't remember it by the time the person texts me, because I completely fucking forget. And then after the conversation is over and we've gotten past it, then I remember what the fuck I wanted to say. But it's just no way to have a like, I believe that if you're in a relationship with somebody and it's me and you and this, that, and the third, I believe you should hear that person's voice and have a conversation with that person at least. Even if y'all don't live together or whatever the case may be, you should hear that person's voice at least once a day. You out of town on business or whatnot, you should make the time to call your partner and say, you know what, hey, how you doing? Just want you to know I'm thinking about you. Say something. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I believe. So much of that is missing nowadays in relationships because of the advent of text messaging. Now, the fact, if I'm keeping it honest, technology is completely fucked up relationships. I'm keeping it 100. We got Facebook, YouTube, all types of shit. YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, all of this stuff. It is completely fucking up relationships because on the social media end, the next person that you're gonna date, the next person that you're gonna be with is right at the tip of your fucking fingers. It's a distraction to what the fuck you got going on right now. So, with that being said, some people utilize it in a good manner. Some people utilize it, more so when they're single. Some people, but the problem is when you're in a relationship and you're not communicating with your other half, and the communication is not there. Once the communication breaks down, you have other things that you can do to occupy your time. That's what happens in relationships. Oh, I'm not getting the attention that I want, so I go on Facebook again. I go on Facebook and post something that I know is going to get somebody's attention, post something about sex, and here it comes. Or I go on Facebook and holler at this chick. Or I go on Facebook and get in this group and do it and flirt, post nudes, do all this shit. A lot of these last few videos tie into one another because, you know what I'm saying, one of the last videos I did was taking time to occupy your partner with you, spending time together, doing good things, having fun. You know what I'm saying? The relationship becomes a job that you hate to go to when there's nothing fun. And we're not just talking about sex. We're talking about going out together, leaving the kids with a babysitter and going out and having alone time. Actually having conversation, talking about things, communicating, conversing, spending time together. Even if you take the kids to a babysitter so y'all can chill at home and just be y'all and take it back. We forget to start to keep dating. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes, with all of this other shit that they've added in and all of the text messaging and all of this stuff, relationships become just that job that you hate going to. You got everybody else talking about, you got all of these avenues of seeing what everybody else think about relationships and shit, and then it spills over into you, and you start to think about those same things and the same things that you start to actually associate those things that they saying with your relationship, even if it really has nothing to do with what your relationship is like, and it makes you hate your relationship because you're not talking to each other, you're not talking to the person that matters, and it's ridiculous. If you're in a relationship with a person, that person is supposed to be somewhere at the top of your list. Especially if you're fucking married to a person, that person is supposed to be at the top of your list. Probably behind God and your kids. So, if that, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people think that the spouse comes before the kids. I don't. I can't ever see myself seeing it that way. But that's just what some people think. But like I said, man, we have to, like, I think the reason why I make these videos is because I think we're coming up on some important times that we are actually going to need each other so much. And family structure is really important to that. And we don't have that right now. You know what I'm saying? We are quick to give up on a person and move on to the next. And that's not life. That's not what life is supposed to be, man. And it's supposed to be, if you can't find somebody to commit to you, then, or if you can't be with somebody and commit to them, that's a lonely life. So that's all I got, man. Have a conversation. Start talking. Being around each other. Spending time together. Stop that text messaging and shit, y'all. For real. Show off.